10:42, and I just woke up because we took a nap for a fairly long time. Alright, we're back playing now. It's a 40-second part. That's what I just said. Yes. Last time what did we do? You guys probably don't remember. I sure don't remember. But we did some stuff. How many badges do we have? Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay, we got the other. Okay, so we're going to get. Oh, goodness, we're gonna have to go get that. Okay, I believe the last episode was titled "After 10,000 Years, Groudon is Free," which implies that we beat the magma stuff. So I think that means we need to go get the aqua stuff. So let's fly to Slateport. I forget, this is the series of events in the game where I always get confused about what you have to do in which order. Is there people here? Yes, there is. There's people here. So that means that the people are gonna TV interview. I don't know why I always like to talk to these people. TV reporter, that was a good card back in the day. Draw 3 cards and then discard any 1 card from your hand. Pretty good. Pretty good. I guess nowadays it's kind of a worse Shirin, but I know that we're gonna TCG here to fill the void. I know that Jason Ness. I don't know why I always mess up his last name. It's not that hard to pronounce. But anyway, the legendary Ness actually ran TV reporter over Mary's Request. Yeah, storyline. Mary's Request, which was one of the best supporter cards ever printed because that's right, it has Jasmine on it. So, and his deck that actually won the World Championships did not have any Stage 2 Pokemon, meaning it was the same as what we now know as Shirin, but he still ran TV reporter to discard stuff. So sometimes discarding stuff can be good. And they jump into a dithered section of the water. Okay. And you don't stand a chance against them, so that means we have to do something about it. Our team, actually our team does not actually include Avianis, who has been relegated to our capable of doing stuff flying poke, as opposed to like a level 3 Pidgey, you know, which is kind of super dead weight. Avianis isn't dead weight, but Avianis is not on the same tier as everyone else. So let's see who we have here. We don't need Avianis right now. Oh, we have to put Michiru. I remember Michiru is the leader of our team. She was our starter Pokemon, and she is way higher level than everyone else, except maybe these two. They're kind of getting close. The rest of our team is MuddyBuddy, the Quagsire, Crushdraw, the Walrein. These are our 2 stalwart, bulky water dudes. They will be they will form the bulwark of our operation against Tate and Lisa. And then we have Boss Goddess the Laron, who hopefully will get to Agron. I think it's 45, so somewhat soon. We want her to get to become a Boss Goddess officially, as opposed to a Kodora. I forget what the lower stages Japanese names are. We have Belladonna, who I believe has her final moveset, right? Yep, that's gonna be her final moveset. Wrap is very useful, and she is used for catching things and debilitating things. And we have Raigeki, who I guess we'll keep Rock Smash on him for right now. I'd like to have another move besides Light Screen, but whatever. I don't think he learns Thunderbolt by level, but we might upgrade him to it later, I don't know. I think I said we were going to save that for some other Pokemon. And let's check our item supply. We have plenty of stuff. Do we have any useless items we might want to leave in here? Because I know we're going to have to pick up the Master Ball, even though I don't know if we'll use it or not. The one good thing that I do like about Emerald compared to Ruby and Sapphire is that you don't have to encounter and Fandango with the version with the guy on the box. You don't you're forced to encounter and fight Kyogre and Groudon and stuff, but you're not actually even forced to go after Rayquaza. Probably because he's level 70. We're gonna put up this PP Max. I don't think we got that at somewhere. We can put up a Nugget. We don't need to be carrying that around. Max Revive, obviously useless in a Nuzlocke. We do have some X attacks. Fire hit, yeah, like we're really gonna rely on critical hits. We might keep the Quick Claw. Gotta keep our Flutes. And some other X items. I guess those are fine. I don't think there's too many treasures to find here. And I know there are. Okay, yeah, MuddyBuddy has Damp, and I know there's some Electrodes, so we can actually just. I need to check and see if that counts. Let's pick up our berry for today. What did we get? Pecha Berry. Oh well. Lumberry would have been nice. I don't really know if there's any like rules on Nuzlocks and farming berries or anything like that. I wouldn't assume so. I think it would be one of those things where, hey, if you want to put in the extra effort, go for it. Alright, so now these guys have, you know, left their post, because that's really a smart thing to do. You know, now they actually have the thing that they want, and now they're not guarding it, so good job. Good job. So this video we're going to do Aqua Hideout. I think we should be able to get it done in one video. And then we can set out for Moss Deep City. Alright, MuddyBuddy. Let's see, yeah, I think the reason we're working on MuddyBuddy, who has soft sand, pressurized. Oh, why didn't we heal? Cart, we need to go heal. I just assumed, oh, everyone's at full HP, so we must have healed. Nope. We just apparently swept Maxi. That's what happened. The surf is still stronger. Actually, I think MuddyBuddy has, even though, like, I don't know what even though, like, I'm pretty sure he still has worse HP in defense than does. Actually, it's not too bad. And he's not too far behind the curve, but then again, he is 2 levels higher, so that's probably why. Okay, so we need to go back and heal. Okay, good. Speed up button still works. Did I tell myself to not use the speed up button for some reason? Like it made the video desynced and stuff. That's another thing I'm gonna have to contend with too. This video is getting desynced. For the record, I have not recorded a part of Emerald for I don't even know how long. The last one went up, what, like August 11th, I think, is the date that it went public. And I haven't recorded for like several weeks prior to that, so I probably haven't played this game since like August 1st. So, yeah. I uploaded all the videos, so that means I would have had to have rendered them. So I haven't rendered a video probably since early August. Most likely. Anyway. Alright, so let's get back in there. Okay. And you can't run in here, which is annoying, because that guy's running. Why can't I run in here? Run inequality. It's because I'm wearing green? Is that why? I'd rather be wearing blue. Okay, we get some items here. Okay, max elixir, that's good. It's fantastic for a no Poké Centers challenge if Andrew's watching. I don't think he's done this one yet. And okay, no, it's not that annoying part yet. Okay, here's a no, it's not an optional double. I know there's at least one optional double in here that of course we're not gonna take. And she has a Carvana. I don't believe Mud Shot does direct damage. So we'll shoot it with Mud. Way faster? No, we're not. Carvana's pretty fast. Shoot him! Shoot him! That would have been that would have made more sense if it was Crocodile. There we go. For those of you who are looking in the comments, if you haven't seen it already, oh, here's this possible double. And notice you make our locomotive posting times in the video without any note as to what's going on there. That is me doing. He has been gracious enough to count and point out all the times I do that, which is Kooper's thinking noise. I do it all the time. I'd like to think it's something that people besides me do, but I don't know. Alright, MuddyBuddy's level 42, and he gets a lot of defense. Holy snot, 100 defense. And he's trying to learn Earthquake. Earthquake, oh yes. Oh yes. We want to keep Amnesia and Yawn because they are useful. We will gladly get rid of Mudshot because MuddyBuddy is already slow. Although, well, lowering people's speed is cool, but I think we have... Do we have Icy Wind on other places? I don't know. Regardless, we're not dropping Amnesia, and I don't really want to drop Yawn either. Even though Belladonna has Sleep Powder. We are going to get rid of Mudshot for right now. So, yes, goodbye to Mudshot. Much more powerful attack. Earthquake, Earthquake! There's a Carvana. What's gonna happen to Carvana? Carvana's gonna get Earthquake! And it's dead. And we were faster than Carvana that time, too. So, you just got outsped by a dude with like what is Quagsire, like 30 base speed? Ooh, because I didn't know that. You know, your boss just stole a submarine. Which do I think is cooler, magma or aqua? Well, one of the things that always comes to mind is, you know, the outfits of the females. Now, we can clearly see here that the Team Aqua girls have exposed midriff, but the Team Magma girls have exposed leg, so... don't know. You guys can leave a comment if you have a strong opinion one way or the other. I will say that I find it strange that Team Magma has an admin named Tabitha and it's not a female. It just always sort of weirded me out. Tabitha doesn't strike me as one of those unisex names, but apparently it is. Well, I guess if you call large volumes of water being crashed down upon you... Cool, that was a nice voice crack right there. Large volumes of water being crashed down upon you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's better than waves of lava washing over you. That would not be cool. Not cool at all. Not cool. Sends out Carvana. Will this one get outsped by MuddyBuddy? Also, I don't believe you fight Archie here, right? I don't think so. Because you fight him like at least one. Wow, you got outsped by MuddyBuddy again. And it's not even Quick Claw either, and it's Soft Sand, so that's like... What? That's, unable to do basic math. That is 165 power. And 3rd gen. Soft Sand is only a 10% bonus. Alright, now, I know there's one part in here, by the way. Thank goodness there's no random battles in this freaking hideout. Did we already fight this guy? I don't think so. Now, the only bad thing about Earthquake is that we won't be able to use it versus Tate and Liza. Or is Liza or Liza? Or Liza? Because, like, you pronounce L-I-Z as Liz, because it's short for Elizabeth, but I don't know. Let me check the stats one more time. Okay, actually, MuddyBuddy does have more HP, so I guess we'll put... no, we're gonna keep him up there, because a lot of these guys have Carvanas and Puccinas, and I think at least one of those gives attack. I know Carvana gives attack, so I'd rather, that's right, we're EV training in story mode. Zubat I know gives speed, and I guess it's sort of helpful for Quagsire to get some speed, because each point of speed for Quagsire is a higher percentage than it is for anyone else, because he's the slowest member of the team. Might have him outspeed. Look at that. He just outsped a Zubat. Good stuff. Took a serious licking. No, you didn't. You took a serious surf. If we had done lick, it probably wouldn't have one-hit KO'd your Zubat. Trash cans. I don't think the trash cans have anything notable. Although we probably should item finder, but I don't think there's anything to item finder in here. I'm not 100% sure about that. I feel like doing a true double today. And lower the boom. Fluster and tire out the enemy, then lower the boom. That is what Ballfoot teams like to do, right? Wear them down, and then crush them. Crush them, beat them. Kooper School did some crushing them and beating this past Saturday. But that's neither here nor there. So we have a Zubat and a Carvana. We will do the double surf, which hopefully will carry us to victory in a couple of parts. Depending on like how high level they are, because I forgot. Look at that, it actually almost one-shotted the Carvana as well. And MuddyBuddy also outspeeding the Carvana. Boom, boom, boom. And a critical hit, which was... No, it's... You know, that's another thing that sometimes gets me in narration. You know, there's like different things in narrations that or people like, well, saying too much. Sometimes is sort of unavoidable. But then there's things like, that's really good for me. You know, the horrible... Why are we not... Darn it, I missed the warp... I missed the Master Ball somehow. See? Somehow I missed the Master Ball. Things like saying... That I just said, but I can't remember. But also the... I got a crit, and that's a useless crit, you know. Thanks for pointing that out. You know, the opponent was at 1 HP, or was like deep in the red, I couldn't have surmised that that crit was useless. That's another useless thing to say in narration. Okay, what is this? Why is there a nest ball and whatever? That just seems like a random item to put in there. Okay, where is the secret weapon? And what is it with evil teams and warp panels? Okay, is there a warp panel down here? Okay, this is how you go to the Master Ball. I have no clue what the pattern is here, I just know if you keep doing it enough times, you'll eventually get there. You can only walk to this one from here. We go left this time. And... middle? Nope, nope, nope. Oh, crap. This? No! No, 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 no. Okay, it's right. Middle. Left. Far left. There we go. Now, 2 of these are electrodes, but that doesn't matter because we have MuddyBuddy, who has damp, and can beat them and just learn Earthquake. So we aren't afraid of an electro. Oh crap! I meant to check and see if this was a different place. I don't really want an electrode anyway. Crap! 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 Is this a different place? Well, regardless, I'm not gonna try to catch it because it could wake up and explode. So even see. See, what would have happened right there if I'd switched to Belladonna? That would have been terrible. So we're not even going to attempt at all to capture these things, because we would have to, first off, we would have to endure at least 1 attack, and possibly 2 if I had to switch Belladonna in. Is this a different place? Yeah, it is, but we're not, actually, or did we fish for someone in here? Or did the fishing work? Not sure. But anyway, yeah, we're definitely not going to try to capture these electrodes. It is too big a risk to our team, especially when we have MuddyBuddy who can come in and say, ha 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 ha, I don't care if you lower my defense because you can't explode. So damp being very... This is actually, I think when I caught MuddyBuddy I said, oh, there's some electrodes in Aqua Hideout. He'll actually be, damp, that's probably the only time I'll rather have damp. Although, except, you know, versus Watson, which, there we go, there's the Master Ball, versus Watson, which I think is the only, is that still the only death we've had? I think so. Okay, so it's on the darker panels, the ones on the left. Is this a thone? Looks like a thone. There's a ship model here. Presumably that's Archie's office. Come on, no, no. There we go. Alright, now we can go fight Aqua Admin Matt. Let me run in here. Stupid game. I want to... The bad guys can run. Why can't I run? So Kooper, in frustration, says, I'm going to run whether the game wants me to or not. Okay. Hopefully we don't, like, overheat now. That would be bad. Thanks to my friend Cayman Draco / Cayman Draco. We can't decide how to pronounce his secondary name there. We have officially dubbed this laptop TM50. I'm trying to change the actual, like, what the laptop's name is. You know, instead of, like, Kooper's PC, I'm trying to change it to TM50. Who are we going to use versus Aqua Admin Matt? We are going to use MuddyBuddy, I think, because he is pretty stalwart, and I would like for him to become more stalwart. I always like that, by the way, like when you just move and like you don't stop, he just does the exclamation mark. And if for some reason you wanted to, you could just leave right here. Oh no, there's a dithered section of the water that looks like an oval. Freaking men in their bare chests. Alright, so here's this Mighty Ina, which is 8 levels below MuddyBuddy. And probably doesn't stand... Okay, it's gonna use Swagger. MuddyBuddy not outspeeding Mighty Ina's. That's annoying. Attack sharply rose, it's bad. Oh, it could be good if we snap out and get to Earthquake. Hurt Cell, how much are we gonna hurt Cell for? That's not too bad. Let's surf this thing out of the way. If we can kill the Mighty Ina, which I think a surf would probably one-shot it, we can use the flute. No, quit hitting yourself. Fine, we'll switch out to, no, he does not have cross-chop. I keep thinking he's got cross-chop for some reason. I'm pretty sure that Mighty Ina will never be able to touch Boss Goddess, ever. Unless he hacked it. Oh no, why did you swagger me and then you have Roar? Thank you for clearing my stat drop. And then the swagger missed because he's an idiot. So that was real smart. And it... Okay, just circle. And of course he doesn't have a full HP restore, so he's going to die. Okay, unfortunately now we do not have a +2 attack, but I don't think MuddyBuddy needs it either. Boss Goddess gained a level out of that, so that's good. Got some nice defense. Trying to learn Protect, that could be a good move. I like Mud Slap, it lowers accuracies. Strength is a reliable attack. Protect's always a TM, so we can always grab it later if we want. I like Iron Tail for our big hitter attack, and I like Racing Defense. So I'm going to say no to Protect for right now. I would probably put Protect on MuddyBuddy. Or, I almost said so he can gain lefties, but no. Alright. Crap, this thing gonna have Confuse Ray too. Let's take a turn to heal though. Or what do we need? I think Soda Pop will get it. Yes, 56 points. Ooh, Wing Attack. Seriously, why did Wing Attack have like 35 base power in first gen? And that was like the only stab move that did any, well, stabbing that Dragonite could get messed up stuff. Then again, Dragonite did not need stab in first gen because he had his broken agility wrap combo. No, it does have Confuse Ray. There we go. Still use Surf. Good. And a crit. I think Makar actually did a study on crits and useless crits that Xerxes has gotten through the years. I forget what the results were, but it was a fairly sizable amount of them were useless crits. Okay, and we're going to have to... Okay, well at least we get like a little bit of a shortcut. Alright, so 23 minutes, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good length of time for one video, I guess. So let's go heal. The Whalmer are gone. This is where we caught Skarmory. Because there's another Skarmory. This one's level 20. Sure, I will kill you for more defense. Let's see, what was the other place where I found the encounters didn't change? It was Mirage Tower and somewhere else. It was Mirage Tower. Oh, and Magma Hideout, that's right. There's lots of Geodudes and stuff. So it was a great place to train MuddyBuddy, but I think we did plenty of that in the last two videos. So for some reason I want to grind up his defense more. I guess we can do that. But we probably won't. So that has been it for part... What's this? Is this 42? I didn't even make a meaning of life joke, but whatever. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Let's do our... we save state first. Save on... When was the last time I saved? Okay, must have been one of these. So you can see the last time I saved was actually like June or July 21st. If that tells you how long it's been since I filmed the last part. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Hopefully we will have vids coming up at least every other day, if not every day. School is back in session, etc. But we will keep moving on. Battle Kid 2, for those of you who are interested in that, has been delayed. I have received exclusive knowledge as to why it has been delayed, but I'm not at liberty to share that. But suffice to say, it has been delayed. And what that probably means is I may end up having to completely cut out Black 2 and white 2 LPs, so we are sad about that, but that may be the way that it is, especially knowing Kooper. He's going to end up waiting to the last minutes and have like 3 school projects all due at the same time, and that's not going to be a fun time for LPs. Anyway, so that has been the really quick wrap-up of stuff that's been going on and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next time for part 43, where we will be heading toward Lily Cove City. No, we are in Lily Cove City, where we'll be heading toward Mott's Deep City and the Space Center and Tate and Lisa. How high do I want to get for them? Probably low 40s should do. That'll be it. Later days.